Hey everyone, Coach Investor back to another video for today. So let's talk a bit more about Alphabet. We have some news with regards to YouTube, with regards to the shopping availability on this platform. Some billionaire investor that has been buying a lot of Google shares in Q1, a deal with T-Mobile, and then Google search and look towards maybe a new production line that will likely be in India. Now, more recently, Modi, the Prime Minister of India, went to the United States, spoke with a lot of important people, the President, Elon Musk, other big tech CEOs as well. Now, for those that don't know, India surpassed China as the most populated country on the planet. India's economy is also projected to grow quite nicely in the years to come. Now, of course, there are already a lot of big companies that have been investing billions and billions of dollars in India for years and years. Amazon, Walmart, Meta, Tesla might maybe invest in India as well. We know that Apple is shifting a bit from relying solely on China and now going into India to produce the iPhone. And so it wouldn't be too crazy for Google Alphabet to look at India as a new production line for the Pixel line. Now, with regards to the billionaire investor, I am obviously talking about Bill Ackman. So in his fund, the Pershing Square Capital, you can see that in Q1, they bought approximately over $1 billion worth of Google shares. Well, the value of it right now, it's just over 10 million shares. Now, as it's shown here, currently they're making 25% on these buys because the average buy price was $96.95 or so. Now, in my opinion, he's buying those shares because, well, I think everybody knows you don't have to do a reverse DCF or whatnot to know that certain companies under a certain price are just basically no-brainers. We've seen this with Netflix, with Meta, with Tesla, and with Alphabet in this case as well. Under 90, where it was a bit under 90, between $90 and $100, in my opinion, was pretty much a no-brainer. Now, we're not only betting here on the AI potential because we know that, well, Google is a tremendous AI company. Yes, they have been sluggish a bit with the release of BART, but currently if you lose BART, you will be surprised at how good it has become in the recent weeks. Now, again, we're not just basing this investment on the potential of BART and every other AI development at Alphabet, but also on the rebound of advertising, since we all know that advertising is the majority of their revenue. And so when the current macroeconomic environment will turn, it will happen. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Automatically, this stock will suddenly gain more value from the market, valuation-wise that is. Now, of course, when you talk about advertising, remember my last video about Alphabet, I talked about the fears that maybe the European Commission will force Alphabet to divest some of that business. If you missed that video, it's going to be in the top right corner. Highly suggest you go and watch that. Now, let's go back to the Pixel topic here, because a couple of videos ago, I did talk about the great potential of the Google Pixel. As those phones gain more popularity, because they are tremendous phones, they've gained a lot of awards actually lately, they will be relying less and less on the success of Samsung Galaxy. Of course, that won't happen overnight, but as you know, they're paying billions and billions of dollars to Samsung and to Apple to be the default browser there because, well, it brings even more and more advertising revenue. So as their own phone, which is being operated obviously by Android, but it's built solely by Google, everything is controlled by Google, the chips, everything is purely made by Google, which means that usually the experience should be the best. I mean, you've seen this with iPhone. There's a reason why it's super popular, because everything is controlled through Apple, through the Apple ecosystem. So as that will grow in popularity, the Pixel phone or every Pixel devices, I do believe that they will become a huge player in the hardware markets. Now, of course, some might say, yes, maybe they're late to the party because maybe by the end of this decade, we'll all be walking around without any phones, but with glasses, AR, VR, mixed reality glasses that will replace our phones. Could be, but the adoption curve will be still at the start, and I think most people will still be using smartphones. So, Google reportedly in talks with suppliers to move Pixel production to India. So the report, citing people familiar to the matter, adds that Google is in talks with Foxconn's Indian branch, Bharat FIH, Dixon Technologies, and Lava International. These are seen as potential partners for producing Pixel smartphones in India. Now, Bloomberg adds India's technology minister met with Google CEO for a conversation around India's stack and the government's Make in India push. The reports of Google's plans to manufacture Pixel phones in India come after days after the company's top executives arrived in the country for partnership talks. Now, for those that don't know, as per Counterpoint Research, Google made about 9 million Pixel smartphones last year. Local production of Pixel phones could also drive up sales in India. Additionally, this search giant could be looking to leverage the lucrative PLI scheme offered by the Indian government. And in my opinion, this is not a case of if this will happen, this is again a case of when this will happen. Now, if you're so far enjoying this type of video, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, would really appreciate that. And if you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Now let's talk a bit about the shopping capabilities on YouTube. You know, YouTube is still a very, very big and important part of the whole investment thesis when it comes to Alphabet. I do think that there's still a long way to go, not just because they're growing into sports, but I think we still have a lot of people that are still stuck with linear TV that will move to streaming exclusively. And so we're going to South Korea for this announcement here. So YouTube to launch first official shopping channel in South Korea. YouTube is committed to building an engaging, informative, and entertaining shopping experience for all users, including in Korea. To do this, we may experiment with a variety of YouTube shopping features from time to time as we continue to work hard to optimize and deliver the best experience for our users. Remember, in Asia, live shopping and, social shopping, social commerce, should I say, is already very, very popular. For example, when you look at China, Alibaba's businesses, social commerce there has been pretty popular for a while. Now, this news shouldn't surprise you because, in the fourth quarter of 2022, during the earnings call, the chief business officer of the company said Alphabet will focus on making YouTube more shoppable as part of efforts to foster more creators, which will lead to more content and viewers and ultimately more opportunities for advertisers. Now, one of the last things here, T-Mobile and Google Cloud join forces on 5G advanced network solutions. So, what's the news? Well, T-Mobile and Google Cloud are joining 5G Advanced Network Solutions and Google Distributed Cloud Edge to give businesses the power to explore innovative connected experiences. Why does this matter? Together, T-Mobile and Google Cloud will help businesses bring next-generation 5G capabilities to life, paving the way for innovation across industries like retail, manufacturing, logistics, smart cities, and more. So who's it for? Enterprises and government organizations looking to unlock the power of 5G and edge compute for breakthrough results. Now, we do have some more information here. The global edge compute market size is expected to grow by 37.9% to $155.9 billion in 2030. And a combination of edge computing with the low latency, high speed, and reliability of 5G will be key to promising use cases in industries like we've said, retail, manufacturing, logistics, and smart cities. Of course, we know Google Cloud is the third largest cloud player behind AWS and Azure. Last quarter was the first profitable quarter for the Google Cloud segment. In my opinion, this is just the start. Now, before we conclude this video, a quick comment here on the chart. As you can see, 122, 123, still a type of resistance point. I said that we should be creating a base here until the next earnings report. And then if it's a good one, try and go on the way up. Currently, we're just under the 20-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is at around $116, $117 or so. This is on the weekly basis. So we still have, this video will be released on Friday. So we'll still have a couple of hours left to see if we can close it above the 20 or just below the 20-day moving average. As for the RSI, we're just a big back down to a more neutral position. MACD still pretty bullish there. But in my opinion, staying in the range of between $120, $125 for the next couple of weeks should be ideal. And so that will be it for this video. Have you been buying, selling Alphabet shares? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.